Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Airport Dreadnoughts and to the Japanese campaign, where it's now September of 1930, and we've unlocked some new hulls that I want to have a look at. We also have unlocked triple turrets on the light cruisers, which is perfect. Gas turbines for torpedoes, not for ships. Blah, 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 blah. Right, Britain has been absolutely hammering Germany. They've even taken Saxony back. Otherwise, things pretty quiet. We're sitting at 750,000 tons, so what? We're now the largest navy in the world. Britain must have been scrapping a lot of its stuff. Cool. And our economy has absolutely skyrocketed. We've now gone past the United States thanks to all that extra territory. Oil production is also getting up there. Not as high as the United States, but we have quite a lot of oil, which for Japan is a pretty big deal. Finances are actually looking very good. I've got 100% tech. I've got a construction going on, and I have a little bit of money in the bank. So that's all good. All very good. And we have a new hull to build on. Or several new hulls, actually, which you can have a look at. Oh my goodness, taking a while. Right. So we have the Modernised Dreadnought 4, the Fast Dreadnought. These are basically the same hulls. We have the Experimental. This is a French hull. And we have the Modern Battleship 1, which I think is a lot more attractive, especially with that 30 knots maximum optimal speed. We're about to get a new battlecruiser as well, and this will allow us to finally reach the 8.8 in terms of the battleship anyway. Why is there no game sound? And who's been messing with my computer? Let me just fix that. Once again, the joys of having children and them unplugging cables that they are not supposed to be touching. I think that one was an accident. So there probably was game sound in the recording, and you'll be thinking, yeah, he's gone insane again. Now, this is an enormously fat, huge, giant hull that I'm immediately going to slim right the hell down. We don't need to be building 60,000 ton giants. You know, we've got the Nagatos at 44. This is probably going to push 50. 50 is, I think, still enormous, and it's going to be very expensive. But, yeah, a lot of the hulls in Dreadnoughts are just stupid in terms of how enormous they are. Right. What? Why are you being weird, game? Right, let's try this again. These are the best towers. They are quite heavy. No. Let's do it again. What the hell? Okay, maybe it is fixed. Maybe it's me actually starting the recording. I will check with the Baron about that. I think my shortcut for recording is also keyed to something in Melon Loader, and it's not like it one. 30 knots. Right. Well, that tower is the wrong size. Let's go this one. It's still pretty big on this hull. I might need to go bigger just so I can lengthen the damn thing. Secondary tower, these are huge, so we'll just go with this one. Try and keep things nice and tight. Yeah, I think the 16-inch gun is still probably where we're going to be with this. Again, that tower just looks all wrong. Maybe just stick with the big pagoda. Yeah, that's better. This ship still feels really, really, like, fat. It's just a fat ship. Now, secondaries are going to be a little bit more complicated on this ship because unlike the Nagatos, we do not have the option to build casemates. So we're going to have to put on some secondary guns, probably Yamato style. So let's add a barbette right there. Yes, it's going to block this thing, but there's plenty of other places they can stand if they want to see out. Guns. We've got the Mark IV 6-inch, so that seems to make the most sense. Triples make a lot more sense than quads, as far as I can tell. Is there a bit of barbette we can use for that? That's worse. I want to use this one. This one. There we go. Just need to bring it forward a touch. Okay. It's a little bit dodgy. Maybe we do need the high profile one. There's going to be a lot of finagling on this build, I think. Thank you. Yeah, they all work. And then back here, we're going to want probably this. And then we're going to want a bigger one. Not like a crazy big one. I think, will one of those work? Yeah. Lovely. Does add a lot of top heaviness, but it's a fairly deep, wide hull. And I think, you know, we've got the centerline 6s. I could have more 6s in here, in the little kind of alcovey bit, potentially. Do that, and then put a barbette on. Don't be weird. Waving weird game. Thank you. So then we have 3 centerline. We have 3 each side. That's a bit more reasonable, I would say. Can we get, like, no, 2-inch? Get 2-inch triple AA guns. Just for fun. Yeah. Should get more there. That's a reasonable amount of firepower, I would say. We're not getting a huge amount over a Nagato here. At the moment, anyway. Aside from the fact that it is newer. But I haven't finished the build yet. Maybe we are going to get something out of this. Should go increased AP, actually. Standard ratio here. Oh, came with armor. Oh, that's good. So, we don't want to be taking hits from an enemy heavy cruiser. And we don't want to be taking hits from our own high explosive. So, yeah, I'd say up this to 2. That should be okay. Now, I also don't want to be taking hits from our own guns that much, but 16-inch main belt, possibly. Deck armor 5. 0.5 on the extended bits is fine. Obviously, conning tower. Oh, we've got all or nothing. Fun. I'll look into the layers later. I'll just max them out for now. Let's go for 18 on the turrets. 5 on the top. Something like that. Something like that. Now, 5% over. But I have ridiculousness going on here. Now, a 16-inch main belt. 16. Yes, 2. This does not need to be that thick at all. In fact, we could probably just make that 0.5, to be honest. These do not need to be this thick either. Maybe a touch thicker than that. So we can get a 2-inch third inner belt, which is effectively another 16-inch layer. So that adds considerable extra protection, I think. And now we're at 97% as well. That doesn't need to be that thick. That can just be 16. 96%. More speed. Oops. And get her up to 32 knots. That is an interesting ship. I'm not sure that Japan ever tried to build something like this. I wonder. Did they ever try and build something like this? Because I think they just went from the Nagatos onto Yamato, from what I remember. And the internet's being slow, because of course it is. And I had the thing I wanted, and it's gone, because Wikipedia's being stupid. Never mind. I will think about that and get back to you in a moment. But yes, I like that ship. It's a nice one. I will think of a name, appropriate name, and names for the two ships that we're going to build of this class. Alright, we have the Key and the Chiodagata. The Key class was a proposed battleship class that was never built. And that will bring us up to the full 8. Lovely. Now I just need to wait and see what this cruiser is. It's a new battlecruiser, modernised battlecruiser. Although with our battleships doing 32 knots, I'm not sure quite what a battlecruiser is going to get us, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. No, I don't want any alliances. I wish there was an option to just go, do you know what? Fuck off with alliances. Mind you, probably better to rebuild the diplomacy system so alliances aren't stupid. Right, let's have a little look. This one. Oh, damn it. Load of rubbish. Well, I guess I'll go back to quietly building stuff. I don't think I have any other new hulls, so keep waiting. Welcome back. So I just got the Mark IV 5-inch gun. So I actually think we could do a little bit of a refresh on our two existing destroyer classes. Possibly look at a new one, probably just reusing one of the hulls that I already have. Because that's probably going to be easier. There we go. Refit mode. Yes, please. Right. Let's upgrade the market gun. I also now have the option for triples and twins, which is nice. We have oil 3 and double geared steam turbines, which should help a bit with the weight. I should probably go fast torpedoes on these. Better range finders and hydrophones. Okay. We could probably keep single guns on this particular design. I think I'll probably use that extra weight to go fast. No, that is just hard locked at 36. Well, we can have more range and more bulkheads. So actually a fairly straightforward refit for them. Just a little tune-up. It's always nice when it's simple. And then our other ones are these, which are pretty similar actually. Oh, I could have increased the number of torpedoes. Oh well. It's a quick and simple refit procedure. There is an advantage to that. Right. Better oil. They already had the double geared steam turbines. They already had all of this stuff. All of that stuff. But we can upgrade their guns to the Mark. The higher Mark. And we have a ton of weight remaining. Enough, I wonder, to put a twin turret on? Or even a triple turret? triple turret could be interesting. Yeah, just go to triple turrets. Wow, these ones are, these ships are so much better. Yeah. Why are these ones so much better? I'm going to have to try and figure that out. I really am. There must be some stat that makes this one bloody amazing. Maybe it's because I reduced the draft as well. Not sure. Anyway, they're getting a significant upgrade. And that's more or less a new ship. So I wonder if I can do the old copy ship trick. Game's going to think about it for a bit. It's going to think about it for a long old bit. There we go. And it gives it a new name. It says Sazanami, which are effectively Michizuki Block 2s. Yes. Approved. I'm going to annihilate my budget doing this, but no matter. So they all get a refit. And then we're going to build some more. We're currently going to have 24 destroyers. I could build 8 and bring me up to 30, which feels a little bit more sensible. God damn, that's expensive. Yeah, we'll cut back on tech spending just a touch to afford that. Most of that will be going on the refits. Refitting that many ships all at once is quite expensive. But that will give us a pretty nice destroyer force, I would say. 30, yeah, it's not crazy. What? Why don't I have any active light cruisers? I have light cruisers. I'm just blind. I think we're getting some new heavy cruisers soon. Yeah, the modern heavy cruiser 1. Well, that will be exciting. But yeah, I'll sort out the money problems. Right, I'm pissed off because I thought it said now recording, and it wasn't. It was I saved the recording, so it inverted everything, and you missed the design of the heavy cruiser that I just did, the Sazanamis, of which, sorry, no, that's the, it's a fucking reordered my list, Nokogiris. Yeah, I'm just not having a good day. I'm really not. I shouldn't be trying to do 2 things at once. That's my problem. So, here we are. We can just have a look at it. I'm just not having a productive day today. I just need to stop. Anyway, the Nokogiris, which are not the correct name, because I forgot to do that. Right. Anyway, they have on 13,000 tons. And 33 knots of speed, a enormous range, maximum bulkheads, all the modcons in terms of equipment, a pretty nice set of armor. They carry 12 9-inch guns in 4 triple turrets, a bunch of 5-inch dual-purpose guns, some... Oh, I meant to change these to singles, but I obviously forgot. A weird collection of 3-inch guns. And they cost a little bit more than the 11-inch armed ships. I went with the 9s because they are Mark IVs, and they are the biggest guns that fit on the tower. And this is the only style of tower that you have as an option for this particular ship. So we now have more cruisers. I've ordered 6. That will mean that in the heavy cruiser department, we will have... That's the wrong screen. This screen. Hotarus with their 8-inch guns, 5 of them. 4 of the Obamas with the 11-inch guns. And 6 of the Nokogiris with their 9-inch guns. So we have a bit of a complicated mixture in cruisers. We've got light cruisers with 7s and 5s. 7s and 6s. All the destroyers use 5, but we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9-inch all in service, plus 11. Battleships are a bit easier to deal with. They mostly just have 6s and then either 14s or 16s, but yeah. Tricky stuff. We're getting a new destroyer. It's just increasingly bigger destroyers instead of what I want. Modern Battleship 2 and the Super Battleship. That means Yamato is going to be on the way. Yeah, the 2 keys are still quite a way off from being finished, though. I will wait for them to be finished. It's kind of going to ruin my 8-8 if I start building Yamatos. But I think we can justify it, because if we look at the speeds, Fuso and Toso refits are 28. Like, we don't really have any slow battleships. The slowest ships in the fleet are 28 knots. So instead of building an 8-8, we're going to be building a 10-6 fleet, I think, probably. We shall see. Everyone hates Germany, probably because they changed their flag again. And I am trying to reduce this down. They were democratic when we were friendly with them. Nobody hates anybody else. Just see how it goes. Oh, France might. War with France could be interesting. What does France have? We're similar. Oh, no, we're not similar economy sizes. The US is a similar economy size to us. France is bigger. So that means if we take their territories, they should be quite valuable to us. They are similar in navy size to us. Oh, fucking Korea, allied with Britain. Yeah, I really need to get dip extended working so that if you're playing as Japan, you can just attack Korea. Although, I'll probably punish myself and play as Korea, which is gonna really, really challenge me. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, dip extended is in the works. Cool. Cool. Okay. Yes. Well, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.